old Nature Sunshine is back again. You have to check this out, Mary. And it is only because he kept nagging me to death, and he did a couple Zoom things with me to show me all the benefits of this. And I am, as I told Joanne, I am so excited I couldn't even take a nap this afternoon. I am just super, super excited. Nature Sunshine used to have something called herbal hours. And if I see a little scattered, I am so excited. I'm having a hard time even getting my thoughts collected because there's so much I want to say. But in herbal hours, a lot of things, magic happened during those herbal hours. And thank you, Dick, for making me look into this. I owe you big time. If you ever need a hunk of liver, you ask me, and it is yours. Okay? So, why do Home and Health? Home and Health is basically a way that you host or get people to host a little health seminar or a little health lecture that helps your friends learn about health and can help you financially. My first legitimate, because at one time you had to have 10 people. You don't have to have 10 people show up anymore. But one of the best things that came personally for me is I had 9 people show up for an herbal hour. And you had to have 10 at the time. So I called my mom up and I said, Mom, can you come over to make number 10 for me? And she says, what is it? I said, it's kind of like a Tupperware party, but with herbs. So she said, yeah, I'll come over. She came over. And before that, she thought that the reason why I was getting healthier was just a fluke. And she didn't really think a whole lot about natural health. My mom was very analytical. She put the oxygen system in the prototype of the first jet ever made. So she was very mechanically, analytically minded, and herbs just seemed too out there for her. But she came because she loved me. And the lady was talking about different things, and she said, I eat a lot of vegetables and fruits. And my mom said, well, doctor said I can't have vegetables and fruits because I have high blood pressure, and vegetables and fruits typically have sodium. And this lady, Carolyn Frankenberry, explained to her that the sodium in fruits and vegetables is not like the table salt that you get in a grocery store, and that it would be safe for her to eat that. It would not do anything for her blood pressure. And of course, I have been telling her that for a while, but this came from someone else. So, you know, the evening was done and everything is hunky-dory. About 3 weeks later, my mom said, you know what? I listened to what that lady said. And I've been taking my blood pressure, and I started adding cucumbers and celery, and she told me all the vegetables she added. And she says, my blood pressure has not gone up 1 iota. And that was huge for me, because the diet the doctors had put my mother on was going to kill her. So that is probably the most exciting thing about this for me. I know everybody has different things, is that we can help our friends and family learn truths about health that can improve the quality of her life and keep them from getting sick and being a victim to the misinformation out there. They can learn how to take their health in their own hands, that they don't have to be sick. And that's what my mom thought at the time. I had this blood pressure. The doctor says I'll have it all my life. But she found out that there was other things out there. And there's a lot of unhealthy practices. Like people will drink baking soda. That's not healthy for your arteries. So there's a lot of things that we can do from these health to home. It's not just the financial part, although that part alone is exciting as well. It's the love that you can give to your friends and your family to keep them healthy and happy. Then there's other things. So that's the emotional part. That's why I got so excited. But this part here is equally. You can earn credit for herbs for your friends and whoever would host one of these health to home for you. You can earn money towards events, and you can get a residual income. And we're going to take those one by one. First, there is a presenter, and then there is a host. So the presenter is like the Tupperware lady from the Tupperware store. The host is like the lady who said, yeah, you can come to my house and have this Tupperware party. So those are the two functions of those two people. The only thing is, now we don't really need to go to anybody's house because we can do it all online. I'll get into that later on too. So if someone says, okay, yeah, I'll host a webinar. I'll ask like 10, 20 of my friends to come and listen about a certain health subject. I can do that. If they do, right off the bat, they get 15 sunshine points. And each point is worth $1. So basically, they get $15 credits towards whatever herb they want to buy. It doesn't have to be the herb that you're talking about. It can be any herb at all. That's just for having the party, or not even a party, having the webinar. That's what they get. You, as a presenter, get 25 points of I Inspire points. And these points add up, and if you get them high enough, you can either get the convention in Las Vegas this year or a trip to Costa Rica. Either one of these, not too bad. That's exciting. I have traveled the world around, and it's only because of Nature Sunshine and these kind of incentives that I was able to do so. Alrighty. Now, that is just for hosting it. There is no criteria besides just hosting it and having people show up. That's it. To qualify for the event to be an official event, there has to be $500 worth of sales, and $250 of that has to be new signups, which is not that hard. It's really not that hard. If you have people that have multiple sclerosis and you say, this is the studies that show that you can take this and you can get better, that can definitely happen easily if you have 10 people to 20 people show up. All right. Then, if it qualifies, if you do have this sales and signups, this is what can happen. First, if you get 500 QV in sales, you get $50 points towards your own herbs. So you get the 15 up here plus this 50. So you don't forfeit this 15 when you get this 50. They add it on. The more herbs that are sold, the higher your points can be. Doing 1 or 2 of these a month could pay for your herbs, which would be very nice. Then, that's not all. Then the QV counts towards your group QV. So you will get cash back. Let's say you have 10 people that order $50 each, and 5 of them had joined up with Nature Sunshine. If that's the case, you would get 12% of that back 15 days into the month, like the following month. You'll get a rebate check back. So that would maybe $60 cash above the $65 that you got for hosting it. And then, of course, the more you do, the better. $1,000, your QB would be $270. Okay, does everybody understand this?
We're getting yeses.
Okay. Alrighty. So, as a host, now remember, I'm the Tupperware lady right now. Although I know there's a lot of my managers here that you would be the Tupperware lady. We're just going to do this part right now. So I'm the Tupperware lady, and Dick Williams is the host. He just invites some people to come to the webinar. Well, first what he does, I guess, is figure out with me what time and what he wants to be taught at the thing. I give him a time. I will give him a link that he can email to people. This is, hey, come to my webinar. I'm hosting on this subject and so and so. And then the day of the webinar, I ask that you call or text them and make sure they're going to come and remind them, because I have signed up for a lot of different things, and it was until the day after I went, oh man, I forgot about it. So, and also GoToMeeting will send them a reminder. They come, they listen. Then the next day or even that evening, I will email you a link that you send to them, and if they click on the link, if they place any orders, it goes under that event. You don't have to worry about exchanging money. It's all done through Nature's Sunshine. They've made it so incredibly simple. You don't have to keep track of it. Whenever someone adds something or places an order, it's right there. You can see it. All in one handy dandy place. The advantages to this over the old herbal hours is there's no pressure, because you see people ordering and you look around like, oh man, I gotta order something. So you don't have that. The lecture that I do personally is on how to be healthy. And when people see, wow, I have all these symptoms and you're saying this nourishes it and it can go away, you don't have to sell. Health sells itself. Truth sells itself. You don't have to worry about making any little snacks or little drinks or having someone spilled on your new carpet. You don't even have to clean your house. I mean, that alone is a biggie. There's no traveling for your people. I don't know if Judy's here or not, but we used to do 8 herbal hours every 6 days when they first came out. And by the way, when I was doing that, doing the herbal hours, in 9 months, I went from just being a manager to being an area manager in 9 months. That's how powerful these things can be. But we would end up traveling in a little nowhere land, totally lost, without GPS. Don't have problems with that. Another thing is, okay, your friend says, you know what? I can be there most of the time, but I'd have to either come a little bit early or leave a little bit early. And people hate getting up in front of people and walking out. Well, they just click off of their webinar. There's no embarrassing thing about arrival or departure time. No parking headaches. You won't have your neighbor call the cops on you because he can't get past all the cars parked in front of you. All that you'll have is a way of helping those you love with healthy information and offer them and yourself great deals. This is truly the epitome of a win-win situation. And let me tell you, I picked this apart to make sure it wasn't a bait and switch. And it is not. It is the real McCoy. There is no downside to this at all. The worst that will happen is you email a couple people and you get $15 worth of herbs, or credit towards $15 worth of herbs. And that's the very, very worst scenario. The best scenario is you can pay for your herbs and get cash back. And if you're a presenter, a trip. That's the best scenario. And everything else will fall in between there. Any questions so far? Are you following me? Am I talking too quickly?
No, you're doing a very good job, Mary.
Well, thank you, because When I get really excited, I'm not always, my brain doesn't always work. My mouth works faster than what my brain does. Okay, so if you want me to be the presenter, I will. Even if you're one of my managers, and if you want me to help you out, I will. If you have someone that wants to host it, you can be the presenter. I'll teach. You be the presenter, and then you will get all these credits that we're talking about because I'm doing this stuff. These are some of the classes that I already teach. Anything from adrenal fatigue to what's your body telling you. But I also am developing some smaller ones, classes specifically like acid reflux, just blood pressure, fibromyalgia, things like that. And I have acid reflux twice. Oh well. So if you want me to teach, you be presenter and me teach. Or if you want to host one of these and I'll be the presenter, I would be thrilled to do that. If you want to do it all by yourself, which would be fine, I have the PowerPoint presentations to all this information. And I'm adding links to studies and stuff like that that are on these presentations. I either drew or took the pictures myself on all of them because there's no copyright privileges you have to worry about breaking. So you could take and clean out whatever you don't want and use whatever you want to teach your presentations. So if you want to do it yourself, I'm there. I'll help you. I'll even teach you how to do a PowerPoint presentation if you need. If you don't like talking in front of people, well, that's okay. I'll do it. I'll do it for you. You can get the credit for being a presentation. Your host will still get the credit for being a host, and I'll just be there as a guest lecturer. And this is how you take course. You'll just have this link right here. I will send the link to you if you are going to be one of my hosts. If you're going to presenter, I will teach you how to do this. After this class, if you stay a little bit later, I'll teach you how to set up an event. But you copy and paste this and email it to someone. They click on it, and it will take them right to where they can order. Nature Sunshine will take care of getting the money through their credit cards and stuff like that. You don't have to worry about processing credit cards. You don't have to worry about shipping the stuff out. It's all done automatically. Easy peasy, nice and cheesy. Whoever came up with this was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, so as a presenter, you get incentives. So it doesn't just end there. It continues. If you do one qualifying event a month, I mean just one a month, we would do 8 in 6 days. If you do one a month, you get $30 product credit. If you do it for 3 months in a row, one a month, you also get a swag. And what a swag is, I had to call and ask what a swag is. Basically, it's like a t-shirt or a book bag with the Nature Sunshine logo on it. If you do that again for one a month for the next 3 months, so it's a total of 6 months, you get another swag, and you get a $100 cash bonus above all the things that we talked about so far. Can you imagine? If you do 2 qualifying events and you do it every month, you end up with a $300 cash bonus. 4 qualifying events, you can get a $500 cash rebate or money back, plus a trip to Las Vegas. Well, not a trip, but I mean, you'll be able to go to convention. I mean, they won't pay for the airline ticket, but if you get your butt there, the convention will be covered. Dick, is there anything that or Josh, either one of these guys, is there anything that I said that is not 100% accurate?
No, as a matter of fact, the swag bag is kind of a high stake Fifth Avenue, really flashy gym bag. You show up in the gym with that bag, people are going to take notice.
All right. So this is all we got right from, and Josh, the fact that you didn't say no, we're going to take it as you
Can
said.
you hear me, Mary?
Oh, there you are. Hello, welcome
I am
to
here.
class.
Yeah, hey, so I just want everyone to know that there will be some updates to some of these prizes. And in fact, we have a nationwide Facebook Live and phone call tomorrow. And we will be talking about the update to some of these prizes. And you're really going to like the updates. So that's all I wanted to mention. This is fantastic. You're doing a great job. And Health to Home is where it's at. So let's get everybody involved.
Excellent. Could you email me the link to that so I can put in my Facebook group too?
Yes.
About the Facebook group and about the live thing. Okay, great.
Yep.
So guys, you heard it right from corporate's mouth that this is legitimate. Nature Sunshine is back. The Nature Sunshine we all loved and could absolutely shout out about is back. And there's a great, great opportunity here. Great opportunity. Okay, now some people might say, well, I don't really know who to ask. Well, there's some things that Nature Sunshine has on their website that kind of gives you an idea. There's one that's called a Frank list. Ask your friends, ask your relatives, acquaintances, neighbors, your kids' connection, like, you know, if your kid's in a baseball team, ask the parents, or organizations. The friends, like I said, well, that was my mom, it wasn't my friend. But I said, will you do me a favor and just come and listen? Because it's not like someone's going to hand you something and is going to expect you to hand them back an order. It's not like in your face, you're on the spot. It's not, that's taken away doing it through the webinars. But your friends and your relatives, they love you. And if you say, this is really important to me, can you come? They're going to probably show up unless something else is going on. Acquaintances, this is how I used to be whenever it was Herbwires. I would be in the store, and this one time I was in the store, my kids used to be so embarrassed. They hated to go in the store with me. And this lady was talking about having to get her gallbladder removed. And I said, stay there, don't move. And I ran out and I grabbed her gallbladder flush. I said, here's a gallbladder flush. There's also a product. And she ended up having an Herbwire for me. Because we can help people in a way that the medical profession is totally unable to do. I believe with everything that I am, the herbs and the lifestyle changes is the only way to truly be healthy. And we can offer this to people. Organizations, another thing I did was I wrote to the Chamber of Commerce and I said, can you give me a list of all your organizations? And they did. And I either called, at the time I called them, or I wrote them a letter because there was an email nowadays. I mean, back then. But I called them and I said, I'm available to come in and give this lecture. And this is what you would get if you would host this lecture. And a lot of the organizations, I had mothers of twins and triplets, or mothers of multiples, MOM is what it was, mother of multiples. I did it for the Altoona Hospital, of all places, colleges. So if you would write to the organization and say, hey, this is what I have, this is the link that we can do for you, or the class that we can do for you, and it can be all done online. You don't even have to rent a room. Back in the olden days, when I did some of these things for the organizations, I had to rent a room. Now, you don't have to rent a room. Everyone sits at their computer, and they can do it. So everyone knows someone. Who do you know who is interested in being healthier? Dick has said that many times to me. And that's all you need to know. Who isn't interested in being healthier?
There's a question.
Okay.
Someone wants to know what classes you used to do back then.
I only did one class. My class was called I Use Herbs Instead. So what I would do is I say, blood pressure medicine, well, did you know that 87% of all blood pressure can be reversed or normalized by taking enough parsley and potassium? You're taking antibiotic. Did you know that golden seal parthenium, which was gross, though we have better tasting ones than that now, but golden seal parthenium often helps you overcome the virus or bacteria, the bacteria infection without killing your friendly bacteria. So that's what I used then. That's what I taught. And then we actually did some on iridology too, and then I would offer iridology afterwards. No problem. But I have 70 different classes that I have PowerPoint presentations for, and you are welcome to use any of them. And like I said, you can use me if you need me to help you with it. Okay, so Nature's Sunshine has come out with a lot of stuff to help this. They have classes too. There's one on essential oils. There's one on gut health. I'm going to look into this one more. They also have little postcards. So what you do is you can either get these printed out and send them to people, or you can click on this link right here and put it on your social media. Text it to people. Put it on Facebook, Instagram, all those things. So they have a resource page like that. If you want to go through those, you let me know and I can show you. And then follow up within a couple days, just say, send an email or contact the person. It seems that you call them, it makes it a little more personal. And I don't know about you, but I'll go, oh yeah, I want to read that later on in my email, and it stays there for like 2 till I get back to it. If you give them a friendly call or a text, then it's an informed mind and they're more likely to act. You can also contact potential hosts. Whenever we first started to do the herbal hours, we would tell people to invite 20 people because usually half the people show up. So they would invite 20 people and 10 would show up. Sometimes a little less than 10 would show up. Towards the end, because people start talking about it and they talk about their circle of friends and their circle of friends, whenever we would say invite 20 people, the average was 23 people were showing up. Friends would say, I hope you don't mind, I brought Joe Schmo with me. And then when they found out, I would present the person with the certificate. They used to have a certificate then because we didn't have the internet back then. And they'd say, well, wait a minute, how can I make $50 or however many dollars it would be? And then they'll say, I'd like to host this. I have friends that need this, have acid reflux or a pimple in their butt or whatever health concern it might be. I'd like to do this too. And like I said, I went from being a regular manager to being an area manager, a solid area manager, in less than 9 months' time. So I did that in less time it would take to make a baby. However, this is my downfall, I guess. I am here to help. I do not push. If you contact me, I will help you. I take being not a sponsor, what do you call it? A mentor. I take being a mentor very, very seriously. I promise you, I will do my best to help you through this, but I will not call you up to try to get you to do this. That is up to you. But I am here. I will help any way, shape, or form. So this is an amazing opportunity. I hope Nature Sunshine does it forever. They have committed to do it at least for the next 6 months. I have an idea that it's going to be longer than that. And above all of this, whenever you get this, you could develop your own business. The main reason why I became a member of Nature Sunshine was so I didn't have to travel 40 miles to Bedford to get my herbs, so I could get them sent to my house. And now I'm a regional manager. It happens. I am the worst businesswoman on the face of this whole earth. I can talk you around herbs. The other stuff, not so good. But it happens because people out there's health is terrible. I know very few people that I would really say, wow, I was wish I was healthy as they are. They're on medications, all that stuff. So you can have this opportunity to make a profession for yourself, or just earn your own herbs, or a little bit of money, or you can make this your living. And the whole time you're doing it while you help other people become healthier. There is nothing out there better than this. Okay, so I hope that all made sense. If nothing else, know this. This is legit. I put my reputation behind this because I have seriously scrutinized this and dissected to the point that there's no down point of this at all. None. Don't know how they did it, but there is none at all. So if you are interested in doing this, email me.
Mary,
Yes?
we got a very special request here from my friend Barbie.
Okay, Barbie, what do you need?
I'm just curious on how many supplements that you take a day.
Oh, hi. When I can afford it or when I can't afford it. When I can't afford it, I do at least $200 and some a month, at least, of herbs. When I can't afford it, it's usually more like $450 to $500. I always have to take my magnesium for my heart, ginkgo hawthorn for my heart. I take liquid chlorophyll pills to keep my pH normal. For some reason, even though my diet's pretty good, I have a difficulty with that. I take potassium for my blood pressure. I take, once in a while, I take fatty acids, and there's some I kind of rotate, you know.
Mary, do you take your potassium in an herb form, right?
Yes. I eat parsley, I eat oranges, and I do that, and peaches, but I still take between 12 and 20 potassium a day for my blood pressure because my kidneys aren't up to par, you know. So yeah, I take it in a capsule form as well. I believe diet is part of this.
Mary, Barbie says that Lunadigado makes her liver hurt.
Well, then it's cleansing. What you do is you back off and go a little slower. But that's indicating that your liver is detoxifying.
Thanks, Mary.
Yeah. Because think of it, you know, if you have a kid that skids on the road and they're riding a bike and they get the dirt embedded in the cut, or what we used to call road rash, when you're cleaning out, it's going to hurt. And it's sometimes unpleasant whenever you're going through a cleanse in the beginning. But if you back off the cleanses in as quickly, and there's usually not a whole lot of rebellion on the body.
Okay, Mary, thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, so.
Someone's asking about, potassium combo.
Yeah, either parsley or potassium combo. I like parsley over the potassium combination because I'm cheap and it's cheaper. Also, parsley is known to inhibit tumor growth. There was a study that was done where they had a petri dish and they took juice from parsley and they put in a petri dish and they could not grow cancer in that petri dish. So I usually use parsley, but if they have a special on a potassium combo and it's cheaper, then I'll get that. But both parsley and potassium combo are high in potassium. Okie dokie. Are there any other questions?
That's it. Josh Subi said he had to leave, but he loved the class.
Oh, I'm pretty happy that he stopped in. Very happy that he stopped in. So no questions about this?
Mary, it was very interesting. I'm trying to get my business going, my Nature Sunshine business. I'm trying to. I got the website and I love it, but I just don't know how to do it over the internet like you do. So I'm going to be hollering for your help.
Well,
okay?
yeah, I'm here for you. Have I ever let you down ever before, Raven?
Nope.
So I promise anyone who's here, I promise you that I really try to take my mentoring to the ultimate. I will do whatever I can to help you guys. And if you just, yeah, go ahead.
I have a suggestion. In the time that we have left, I think it'd be very helpful if you could show these folks a little bit about how registration works when they do their own H2H meeting.
That's a good idea. Had to flash my grandchildren first. Okay, so here's Nature Sunshine. Go to Nature Sunshine site. Oh, and by the way, to be a host, you do not need to be a member of Nature Sunshine, but if you want to get the cash back, you do. So that's something I forgot to add. Okay, but they can still host one and still get the points and stuff. Yeah?
I have a question. Does it have to be 20 people, or can it be
No.
less? Or, okay.
It can be less. You can have one person. Like, there's many times when I'll get $500 worth of herbs. So if someone would just have me, I would qualify them just me. So no, it doesn't have to be. And you're allowed to order your own herbs on there too. Okay, so you go in Nature Sunshine, you click on members, you hover over members, you go to health to your home, and you go to event manager. Then you got to sign in. Now to do this part, to be a presenter, you do have to be a member of Nature Sunshine. Okay, and here's today's class. So to make a class, you create a new event. You put the event name, let's say acid reflux. And then the date. It has a little calendar here. So let's say I am going to, this Friday, I'm going to have a class. And I'm actually going to have this on acid reflux. Okay? The hostess name, I'm going to make it my daughter, just so you can see. She doesn't have an account, so I would leave that blank. And then you have to make a title to the page, so I would just write acid reflux. You can come up with something better. And then if you want to, you can put a name of a product. Let's say 1010, which is liver cleanse. And then you go down here and you hit create. And voila, somewhere here, right here, is my class on acid reflux. If I want to invite anybody, I just click here, copy this, and say, hey guys, I'm having a webinar on acid reflux. Come join me. Paste that, they click on it, and it will register. It will take them to where they can order the products. I guess you do that afterwards, I'm sorry. So let me tell you that again. If you want to use a webinar, you contact me and I will send you a link. This is whenever they have actually ordered, or whenever you want them to order, you click on that and send it to them. So I already have an order for today's class. And then to check up on it, you just click on this H to H, and there you go. There's an order. And then if another person orders, it'll be on there. They add it all up. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Really, really simple.
Mary,
Yeah.
so let's say if I have people that are already enrolled in Nature Sunshine and they attend this event, is there any monetary benefit for them to buy it, then as part of the event versus just ordering separately online?
No, it'd be exactly the same. They would still get their QV, but there would be no added event, just the information for them. But it would help you out a lot, and it wouldn't take anything from them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They would have a major advantage in that they would be learning how to do this themselves and build their downline.
Yeah. And they can, and if they invited people, then if the people would order, that would go under them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah, got it. Thanks.
So yeah, but if I probably, what I plan on doing is to try to get just people that are willing to host, and then everything that we talked about would go under them. I would still get my QV, I would still get my bonuses, I would still get my free products and stuff like that, all the stuff we talked about. The host would get the stuff that we talked about that the host will get, and the people, everyone would get the information, and they'll get stuff at wholesale prices. Because if you look here, this is oops, it's gone. Oh well. But it's at wholesale prices. Let me get another one. Wrong one. Here it is, okay. So if you notice, they get Nature Sunshine at wholesale prices. Not retail, but wholesale.
And you might point out, Mary, that normally in your presentation, you wouldn't be showing them how to do the presentation. You would be teaching them about these products.
Right.
Hence the page that you just showed.
Right, exactly.
When they order the product, so can they sign up for an account then while they're ordering, or is that separate since this is
No, they
from house to
can't.
home?
No, they can.
Okay.
Yeah, because if they share an event, okay, let's see here. And let's say they order one of these and order one of these. Okay, and then they continue to the cart. All right, and checkout. When they have to do their information, like their address and their phone number, and their, where to ship it, there is a place that will ask if they want to sign up. Now, I'm not going to see it on mine because I'm under my account. But there will be a place that will say, click here if you want to become a member. Okay. Any other questions?
Yes, there's a few. Jason says he needs to get up to you at some point.
Okay, Jason, just contact me. Just email me or Facebook me.
And he said he found it interesting. And there's a question, does Nature Sunshine ship overseas?
No, they do not. But I'll tell you what I do is I let people order on my website, or you can have people order on Nature Sunshine website, have it shipped to you, and then they can PayPal you the difference in shipping overseas. I do that all the time, and then I just ship it overseas for them.
And they said that they're happy that they signed up for the class, and they want to start doing iridology professionally as well. And is there a camera you recommend?
There is. If you email me, I will send you a link to the camera that I use. And the pictures are really very good. Let me see here. Right. You can spend oodles and oodles of money on cameras, and they're not being any better than this right here. Let's see here, online. These are the pictures that my camera takes. And it was like, I think it was like $250 for the camera. Any other questions?
Yes. Someone's asking, do you need your own webinar service, or do you have to sign up for GoToWebinar, or how does that work?
Well, if it's during times that I'm not using it, you can use my account. If not, Dick does his through Zoom, zoom.com. Is it zoom.com or zoom.us? Dick?
Yes, zoom.us.
Okay, and it's free. So you can either use my webinar service, or you can use your Zoom, or use free Zoom. Or you can subscribe to to GoToWebinar, but they charge you $50 a month.
And someone said, can you show the slide of what the host gets for hosting?
Sure. Just give me a second so I can find it here. Okay, so just for hosting, they get $15 credit towards Nature Sunshine products. That's if nobody shows up. They get $15 just for doing that. Then they get additional points if it qualifies. To qualify, you have to have 500 QV, total at least 250 that someone has signed up with. So that makes it a qualify, so they get the extra stuff. They would still get the QV either way, even if they had like only 100 QV, they have 100 personal and someone bought 100, they would still get 10% back. But to get the extra points towards herbs, they get 20 for $250 QV. They get $50 with the herbs for 500, then 125, and 200. That's what they get for hosting it. Any other questions?
I think that's it. Did anybody have any more questions about this that we're going over? Because there's another question, but it's not related. Someone wants to know if your next webinar is on acid reflux.
It is. It's on Friday, and I will post it to my Facebook group. If you're not a member of my Facebook group, it is right here. So just go in and type in Natural Health Professionals, and you'll see my Facebook group.
Okay, and then someone wants to know, what do you use Dong Quai for?
Dong Quai has natural estrogen in it, so it's really good for people who are skipping their periods or getting crampy and stuff like that. It's also a muscle relaxant, so you'll find it in a lot of organ type herbs because it relaxes the organ. Like for instance, it's in Liver Cleanse formula because it relaxes the muscles or the muscle of the liver. It relaxes the fibers, that better. It relaxes the fibers of the liver so that it can heal itself and it can cleanse. So those are the two main things, as a relaxer and as estrogen supplement. Was there something in particular you wanted to ask about? Because herbs are funny like that. Like there's side effects to medication, there's side benefits towards herbs. It could maybe do 30 different things, but those are the most two common things that when I think of Dong Quai.
She said thank you.
Okay, I am going to take this and I'm going to post this on my website and I'm going to put it in Facebook. If you came in late, you can just watch it.
There's a question. So can we invite people to the next class and that would qualify for this Health to Home program you are presenting?
Okay, let's say you contact me first and say, I'm going to ask 12 people to come to the acid reflux on Friday. That's fine. Whenever you do that, you let me know, and I will create an event through Nature Sunshine. Remember I showed you how to create the event, and I will give that to you. So whenever they order, it will go under you. You'll get credit for that. So yes, you can have multiple hosts at the same lecture. Does that make sense? So let's say Joanne and Dick and Vanessa all want it on acid reflux. Well, I could make 3 events up with Nature Sunshine. I could give one to Dick, one to Joanne, and one to Vanessa. They would all go to the same room. I would teach the class. But whenever I send Joanne, Dick, and Vanessa the links for ordering, they send their own unique link to ordering, and then when they order, it will count towards them. Now, the $15, only one person will get the $15. But everything else we talked about from there on, each one of them would be eligible to get. And I hope that made sense. Did that straighten out the question and answer your question? And like I'm teaching classes, the classes that I teach that are on my website, like Stressed Out, stuff like that, I'm going to do those. If you want to say, hey, I have 5 or 6 people who'd like to come to that Stressed Out webinar that you're having, I will give you the event that you can send to people, and you can use that. To get your orders and stuff like that, and to get all the points. So it is so easy to do this. It's insane. I am anticipating by Christmas I'm going to be divisional manager because I am doing this and I can see that happening. I mean, I became area manager and I didn't even know what L-tryptophan was. Someone asked me about L-tryptophan. I had no idea what they're talking about. Now that I actually know stuff, a lot good can be done. Now, you all know I'm so excited now. Isn't this just, it's amazing, and Nature Sunshine's doing this. It's just absolutely amazing. No more questions? So Dick, thank you again. I thanked you in the beginning, but thank you again for making me listen to you. I might even have to listen to you more often.
You're very welcome. And as you know, this is the vehicle that my wife and I used to achieve a national managership many years ago.
Yep.
And now, fortunately for all, we have this wonderful vehicle in pure form.
Oh, yeah. Big
I'm
time. Much
excited.
easier.
I'm just as excited as you are. I've yet to talk to anyone in my organization. I'm going through 3, 4, 5 a day that are not on the bandwagon. It's just astonishing to take our company to the billion-dollar status that it should have been a long time ago. This is our vehicle.
Yep, it is.
Someone wants to know, when will each topic be presented? Will you choose a date and time and let us know?
Well, that's the beauty of it. You can choose your own subject. You can host your own. So let's say any of these things interest you, and you can get people to show. You just let me know, and I can do it for a personal class for you. If you want to know about how you can find the ones that I'm already doing it, you can invite people to. You just go to Mary's Herbs. Over here, click on see class schedule, and these are the ones I already have scheduled. Now, the ones on Saturday do not count. You cannot do the ones on Saturday. But any other time, we can do it for you. pH is amazing. I think everyone needs to know about pH.
Someone's asking, how long do the health to home classes that you have last?
The ones like the acid reflux and the ones that I developed just for this program will last about 40 minutes, unless people have questions. Some of these other classes last longer than that. So the ones that they're coming here, they're probably going to be an hour and a half or so. Again, it depends on the questions. And if you want to say, I want to start at 2 and end at 2:45, I would just say, okay, no more questions. The reason why a lot of my classes last so long is because there's a lot of different questions, and I wait until they're all done. Any other questions?
There are a bunch of thank yous, and I'm posting the link to the calendar for everybody.
Oh, thank you. So if you just click on that link, it'll take you right there. And then to sign up in a class, you just click on there, and you want to invite people, you just give them this link. But if you want to do it that you were going to do it as a host, you have to email me ahead of time so that I can set up an event for you. So let's say you want to have people come to the stressed out one. Let me know a couple of days ahead of time so I can set up that you're a host. And then I will send you back this register. They click it, so they're registered. You don't even have to register them. It'll be registered themselves. Then they will be sent a reminder. You don't even have to do that. But although it's better to call them and ask them to remind them. And then we can take it from there. But I'll do this around your schedule, around your needs. Any other questions? This is exciting.
No, lots of thank yous.
Alrighty. Well, you all have a good evening, and start writing your Franks down, your list of people, and contact me. Joanne, thank you so much for all your help. I appreciate this. I almost forgot to thank you, which is because I am just so revved up about this. I'm thinking about people to ask and that can be benefited by this. But thank you for sending the links and stuff like that to people.
Oh, you're welcome.
Any
Thank you.
questions?
This is great.
Alrighty. Well, you all take care. And Joanne, if you get a chance, could you call me after this?
Sure.
Okie dokie. Alrighty. Well, you all take care and contact me. We'll get this going for you. Good night, everyone. Night, Dick.